Hello, 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 beautiful people. I am back and I am so excited to announce our Triumph Together Challenge winners. But you guys are going to have to wait a couple minutes. You're going to have to ride with me as we do this. Maybe it was me, but the music sounded, my intro music sounded a little bit low. I feel like the recording artist on stage, like, turn me up in the headphones a little bit more, a little bit more. You got to be old school R&B and hip hop in order to understand that reference. So welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who is with me here live. I am excited to be with you here live. And for those of you who are joining with for the first time, welcome. And for those of you who have been riding with the challenge and riding with me for a little while, I'm so happy to have you back. This time of the day, every week is something I look forward to tremendously because this community has such a great growth experience for me and great growth experience for each other. So I love the way this community continues to show up for each other. There's questions that always come up in the chat. There's always comments, and it's just a really engaging place to be. So welcome. If you're with me live and you're streaming live on YouTube or on LinkedIn, go ahead and drop your city in the comments. When you drop your city in the comments, it lets us know who is connected to this content, who is vibing with us, and it gives us a chance to be able to build relationships directly with you. And I love that for us. And if you're watching on the replay or listening on the replay, taking it in podcast mode, I absolutely love that for you too. And even for me, that much more. The replay has been doing so many amazing things. The data just keeps coming back that people are looking for valuable content, and they're looking at the LinkedIn Lives and the YouTube channel for that replay energy. So you never miss an opportunity to be with us live. You didn't miss it. It was just meant for you to join us on the replay. So please take advantage and do that too. So this has been an 11-week challenge. So we've finished an 11-week challenge. The Triumph Together Challenge Live happens over the last 11 weeks. And guys, I have told you throughout the challenge just how impactful this has been for me, but I just can't say it enough. Can't say it enough that not only has the challenge been impactful, the people that I've been introduced to, the experiences and the conversations that I was able to have. I'm actually watching my challenge book almost fall here. Can't have that. Can't have the books fall. So I'm actually watching them almost fall, and then just thinking about how many people have actually bought the Triumph in the Trenches anthology, which I am so grateful for. Thank you so much. And then I'm also just thinking about the conversations that I've been able to have live with my co-authors. And it continues to just remind me that these are conversations that need to be had. And I got some feedback earlier that helped me to shift my own perspective. And I want to share that feedback with you from this experience from one of our readers. But then I'm definitely going to announce the winner of our challenge and then tell you guys what's going to happen next week. So the feedback overall was so many people called out being so grateful that their stories and their experiences were represented. The Triumph in the Trenches anthology was really born and had a life because there's so many of us who are navigating these spaces in corporate America, in nonprofit leadership, in academia, in government service, in all of these areas. And many of us are navigating tremendous challenges and hurdles and coming out on the other side successful, but normally not being able to have that dialogue and share what we're navigating or what it's like. Certainly not in print in a public format. A lot of times these conversations about what Black professionals were dealing with at work are conversations that we're having one-on-one in private, safe spaces. Maybe it's, over dinner with your coworker friends. Maybe it is, with your peers, your friends from college, or your friends from, the first job you were at, and now you're in a different place. So they were always in-person, one-on-one kind of dialogues that were being had. Where we would feel the validation. People would know, oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, the same thing happened to me, right? We have all heard that so many times. So for it then to graduate, right, from conversations that we're having one-on-one around the table to a place where those stories were actually captured in and put in print from experts across disciplines all over the United States, and and those of us who joined from abroad or participated from abroad, it was a really impactful moment. And I am just really excited to have been a part of that moment. I'm excited to have taken the chance and answered the call because it was well outside of my comfort zone too. I talked about that a little bit, that I had this desire to continue to write, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. And I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to carve out enough time for my own business to write an entire book myself. So participating in an anthology was really a sweet spot opportunity for me that gave me exactly what I needed to continue to be able to write, continue to be able to hone that skill. But it allowed me to do it in a collaboration with other really talented people that I've grown to respect and to really appreciate and value. So it did so many things for me in that regard. And then to hear people feeling so grateful that their stories were represented and that their industry, had a similar narrative. It's not this commiseration kind of experience. It's more of a, how do we make sure we're leaving breadcrumbs, we are leaving information, we are leaving gems, we are leaving a legacy when we are navigating these environments, to make sure that those who are coming up behind us in navigating these spaces, and also those who are in them today, feel seen, feel heard, understood that their experience is one that is valid. It is, what they're feeling is true. They are not tripping. So there was a lot of that. And it was just so gratifying to hear so much of that feedback. There was a lot of, oh my goodness, I can't believe this was happening somewhere else too. I thought it was just me. Or I thought it was a problem that I had to solve, or that I needed to make a significant adjustment, and that the environment itself, there were no issues there, right? There was a lot of people who were being gaslit into thinking that what they were experiencing maybe in the workplace was normal. And then there were lots of examples of people who said the 10-point list, those 5-point lists at the end of chapters that gave sincere recommendations on what to do if you choose to navigate these environments, were game changers. Game changers in, I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't know where to start. Game changers in, if I focus on my total well-being, I focus on my whole self, how will that impact me at work? Will I see those benefits? Yes, 100% we will start to see those benefits. Giving the game changing and giving yourself permission to keep your authentic self protected, but still show up in a way in your work environment that allows you to be who you are, but it doesn't require you to give everything of yourself to your workplace. So there were so many gems and so many really valuable insights that lots of people came back to me with, that I just really appreciated being able to really just be a vehicle for this work, to be a vehicle for the discussions that I was able to have with my co-authors, to be a vehicle for the comments and the questions that those who participated in the challenge dropped in the chat, DM'd us on the side, dropped in the comments on LinkedIn. When I started this and went down this path, I thought of it as a selfish way, honestly, to talk to what I think are brilliant people, to be able to really enjoy and hear a firsthand perspective of talented individuals who work in these different disciplines, and to hear their stories in more detail, to learn more about them. So I was totally motivated by them and motivated by that experience. What it has manifested and the community that is created since then has just been amazing. It's been more than I could have ever asked for. It's been more than I could have ever anticipated. And I'm just looking forward to what's to come. I talked to a number of my co-authors offline, kind of in our green room experience, like, what do we do next from here? What will this look like? And there's a lot of great ideas. There's a lot of innovation. There's a lot of concepts that we're kind of toying with. So stay tuned, because it can't be over, right? It can't be over selfishly for me, but also just the amount of people who have resonated with what we've shared, who've resonated with what's in the book, who've resonated with, I will triumph through these trenches, and now are getting to the work of it. I think that there's so much to be shared, and so much more benefit that we can continue to bring. We just have to figure out how to do it. We just have to work through what that looks like. So I'm excited for that. Please do stay tuned. And now I don't have my drum roll. That was my bad. I don't have my drum roll, please. I'm going to announce the winner of the challenge. And then I'm going to just talk to you guys before I announce their name. I'm going to just talk to you guys just a little bit about what will happen after now that the challenge is completed. So we talked about it a little bit last week. Our challenge winner will join us here on LinkedIn Live as well as on YouTube. And we're going to do a little bit of a podcast kind of format where we do a pre-recorded interview with our winner. And that pre-recorded interview will help just give a perspective of someone who has not participated in the actual writing of the book, but certainly participated in the challenge itself and has been with us week to week, listening to the co-authors, making their own notes, bringing in their own experiences. So that will happen, and we will go live with that next Tuesday, July 9th. So, mark your calendars for that. After July 9th, we're going to take a break. And for those of you who are signed up for the newsletter, for the Gems for the Journey newsletter, you absolutely probably already heard it because this went out this morning, that we're going to take a break. We're going to be on hiatus for the rest of July. So we'll be with you July 9th, and then the rest of July, we're going to be on hiatus. We're going to take a nice long break, enjoy some vacation time. My team and I are going to wind it all the way down. And then we'll be back at the top in August. We'll be back in early August, August 6th, to be able to bring you brand new gems, brand new amazing career content. And in doing that, I'm giving myself permission to rest and take a break, but I'm also doing the same for you. So we will share all of our top moments, not only from the challenge, but we'll also share top moments from the Career Gems for the Journey podcast. All the things that you can catch up on while we're on a break. You can catch up on anything that you've missed so that when you join us back in August, we are all on the same page. We are all on one accord, as Pastor says. So that's what's happening in the coming weeks. Wanted to make sure that everybody heard about this. And the winner of our challenge, pause for our anticipation, the winner of the Triumph Together challenge is Akita Neely. So Akita Neely has been a long time supporter of our LinkedIn Live and a long time listener to the Career Gems for the Journey podcast. She has traveled along with us over years and years and years. So we're really excited that she was able to participate in the challenge and that she's going to join us for a live conversation on her perspective on the Triumph in the Trenches anthology and how she was able to take gems directly from it, from her own experience. So I am really excited to have her join me live. We reached out to one of our other challenge winners, and we're hoping that they get back to us. I won't announce their name, but just know there may be some surprises that are coming over the course of the next week. But Akita Neely is going to join us. We're thrilled to have her. She has been a friend to the show and a friend to Career Gems for the Journey forever. And personally, I value her experience and I value her perspective in such a tremendous way that I'm looking forward to this conversation. So Akita Neely is our winner. Thank you so much, Akita, for joining us on the Gems for the Journey Triumph Together challenge. We appreciate you. We continue to want this community to grow and to bring in new people and new valuable perspectives. And Akita is a great representative of this community. And we look forward to her being with us next week on Tuesday, July 9th. We're going to do a pre-recorded kind of podcast format to make sure that folks have an opportunity to listen to it on the replay, but it's going to be live at 12 p.m. at our normal time. But it's going to give us a chance to hear a completely unique perspective. And then I'll get to answer some questions too. So I'll get to answer some more questions about, this experience and why the challenge was impactful and what the long-term potential and benefits of the challenge was. And I'll get to hear Akita's perspective and details about what the challenge as well as the Triumph in the Trenches anthology meant to her and how she's been able to use what she's learned or to use it to guide other people, to be a mentor, to be an advisor to those who are navigating corporate experiences. So I am so excited for that. Please do join us here next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It has literally been an amazing experience. And I'm excited to close out with this interview with Akita, our challenge winner, and then to take a nice long break and see you guys in August. So join us for this last live interactive experience on July 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will look forward to seeing you live again in August. And in the meantime, we have tons and tons of content that we'll be sharing with you guys, all of our best of, all of our classics, all of our Career Gems for the Journey podcast opportunities for you to catch up on that. So in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you all next week. Make your journey work for you. There is a lot happening in our world today. There's a lot of things that we are navigating as the new adults in this era. So I wanted to just make sure that I acknowledge there is a heavy load that we are navigating in the upcoming elections in the United States, in current crises all over the world. There are so many things that we are navigating. So I want to make sure that I remind us to take good care of ourselves, to unplug if we need to find space for joy, to make space for healthy interactions and positive energy and relationships, because there's a lot of weight, there's a lot of heaviness, there's a lot of darkness that we're navigating. So I want to make sure I remind us. Sometimes we need a reminder and a little bit of a permission to say, I'm going to opt out of that. That's not going to work for me. I'm not in the headspace for that. I need to take a break. And I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm doing that for myself. And I want to give you the reminder to do it for you if that's what you need and that's what would benefit you. If you're good, stay good. And I can't wait to see you again. If you need to take that break, if you need to unplug, if you need to put yourself in a different headspace for a period of time in order for you to be well, I want to encourage all of us to do that. And if we do that as a community, as a collective, FOMO isn't a thing. There's nothing for us to miss out on. What's for us is for us. What's for me is absolutely for me. And I'm going to take my time and take care of myself. And then what's for me will be for me when I come back on the other side. So in the meantime, please all take great care of yourself. Make your journey work for you. And I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, July 9th, for our recorded interview with our challenge winner, Akita Neely. Take care. Have a great day.